This is a HeadGum podcast.
Hey guys, welcome to Dynamic Banter. Today's episode is brought to you by, we don't do sponsors at the top, and we've told HeadGum that. Mike, what's wrong with you, man? What's wrong? You in a bad mood?
No.
Why? Because you're yelling at me about the levels right off the bat.
Yeah, only because they cause physical pain to me.
I mean,
I'm not doing it just to be a dick. I would do it only because it's physical pain that's being caused in my head every time the levels are blown out. And I have headphones attached to my ears, which are the human receptors of sound. And I have them so close to my trust and my ears, and I have them so close to my head and my organs that are in my head, like my eyes and my brain.
Can I tell you about a famous comedy trio called the Three Stupids, who back in the day would hit each other in the face with pans, and everyone would laugh and love it?
Well, it doesn't really hurt when you hit your friend with a pair of pants.
And what the point I'm trying to get to is that sometimes you have to hurt the friends that you love to get the audience to laugh and give you money eventually.
I don't know that is true, and I think that maybe that's a poor business plan.
Well, you might be right, because all the Three Stupids died of some terrible trauma to their heads.
Yeah.
So I know Larry had a bad brain when he died.
You read his biography, Larry's Bad Brain.
Larry had a bad brain.
You remember, it's a tragic story.
There's a Netflix documentary coming out about it.
Who is Larry's Bad Brain?
The truth about Larry's bad brain.
And there's doctors talking about the dangers of bonking. Dude, what if you're at the doctor's office and you got a blood test, and the doctor comes in to tell you your test results, and he's like, well, just reading your test results, I guess the best way I could describe what you have is...
Oh, so it was bad and then it got good.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, the guy before you, though, when he came in, it was more like this.
Yeah.
He's not gonna make it. He's not gonna. Mike, how are you, man?
I'm good.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
I participated in my first feature film today.
Okay, how was that?
It was great. I don't know how much I can talk about. I didn't sign any non-disclosure agreements.
So I have the freedom to do things like this.
Just let it out. But I am doing the voice of a dog in a Netflix movie coming out. I don't know when, but that's all I can say.
Yeah,
that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
You know what?
Thank you.
Thank you. My phone was congratulating me. I keep getting these fucking text messages from this fucking.
Well, your Postmate is outside.
It's this unlisted. It's this fucking. You know those numbers that are like those texts that are from like a number that is only 4 numbers.
Yes.
And this is what it says.
439-44.
Messages from since October 9th, and I get them weekly. And it says, our records indicate that you now qualify for a payment reduction or government loan forgiveness program. Uh-huh. And then another one said, your account is flagged for possible student loan forgiveness.
Oh, shit.
Call this number. And so I was thinking, well, I don't have any student loans.
Yeah.
So what's the game here, boys? Should we call the number live right now?
Think about how much money you owe if you didn't even know about your student loans.
Let's call the number right now.
But what if... I just don't want them to get your shit, man.
I'm just going to have a little fun with them.
I just don't want them to get any of your shit.
Student Relief, my name is Mark. With whom am I speaking?
Mark, my name's Steve, And I'm glad I caught you because I've got a text here from you guys. I've got about 73 texts from you guys that says that my account is flagged for possible student loan forgiveness, and I would love to just know what that is right now. Read me your script.
It's for people with federal student loans that need help with their Department of Education loans.
Perfect.
Doesn't sound like you're too interested.
It sounds like I'm absolutely not interested, and the reason why is because I didn't go to college. So first of all, thanks for reminding me about that. And second of all, I don't have any student loans. So can I get an I don't know, like an amen or a thank you or I don't know. I'm excited I don't have student loans. He hung up on me. It's nice to give back sometimes. You know
This
what I
was
mean?
this guy's day before lunch.
That's a really vague day.
Yeah.
That
He's
guy had a
having kind
vague-
of so-so day,
He had a
but it's
vague
on its
day,
way
yeah.
up. Here's that guy after lunch. Steve, can you say what you said when you first picked up the phone?
Yeah. Hi, I'm so happy you picked up the phone because I am very excited about your student loan text because I didn't go to college, so
I wonder if you'll get less
do you
texts
think that
now.
guy enjoys his job? And he loves
Stealing
it
money
when,
from people?
Yeah, like you think that guy cares? Do you think that guy has no investment in the company he's a part of? He probably enjoyed a fun little gag.
Yeah, man. You know how you could tell when shit's not right? When you call someone and there's too many people in the room. If you're calling an important number and it sounds like there's too many people in the room, that's not not a legitimate
when you
place.
can hear someone yelling in the background.
Yeah. I'm glad you got to the bottom of it.
Me too, man. I hope they won't text me ever again. Yeah, so I did some VO today, and I'm very excited. It was in a professional voiceover recording studio in Malibu.
How is it different than every other
It's
place
just
you've been to?
nicer.
Yeah. Did they treat you different? Did they give you sweet tea and
They totally
touch your
had
feet?
sweet tea and lemon and like a bunch of great treats.
Cool. Are we am I in the presence of like a does your voice have like clout, Hollywood clout now?
No,
Okay.
because I'm playing a very small role
Yeah.
in the film. But I actually auditioned for a way bigger role, and I didn't get it. And the note I got back from the studio was I was too old for that role I was going for.
You were too old for the voiceover role.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was possible.
I didn't think so either because there's an old man, Billy West, doing the voice of a teenager on a show about space boys. He also is the voice of a honeybee that feeds you sweet cereal. You're familiar with it.
I am. Sweet Boys and the Bee
Honey
was my
Boys
favorite
cheering.
cartoon. Honey Boys cheering section. It's my favorite cartoon forever.
Yeah, so that's what I did today. I'm very tired, though. It wore me out. I did a lot of yelling in a sound booth.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I'll take it from here, Steve.
Go ahead. Mike, I think I'm also very excited to say the Banter listener, Joel Common, did a lot of work for us and actually reached out to Tic Tacs.
No way. Really?
Yeah, he reached out to the Tic Tac Corporation to get to the bottom of this, how many Tic Tacs have been manufactured.
Let's get to the bottom of this.
And
Tic Tacs.
we actually have a response from Tic Tacs. So it's cool because this is like an exclusive.
This is the next best thing to a Tagarado.
Yeah, this is our own
Response.
in-game piece of our lead here, and our boy is Joel Common. Thank you, Joel, for doing that. But do you want to dig into this now, or do you want to save it for later on? We could talk about some stuff for now.
Let's talk about it in a few weeks.
Let's talk about it in a few weeks. Let's talk about it exactly in time for me to forget about it.
Let's talk about it in 3 years from today.
Mike, can we talk about something right off the bat? Because I don't know when people stop listening to
I
the
don't
podcast.
know if where we are now qualifies as right off the bat
Well,
anymore.
we're 11 minutes in, and I just don't. It's like I'm sure we could dig into the analytics of the podcast and find out exactly when people tune out or even stop listening altogether. But I want to do something right at the top before the 15-minute mark of the podcast.
Okay.
And I just want to talk about how excited I am about our panel at LA Comic-Con this weekend.
Absolutely. I'm very happy for you, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
Thanks, Mike. And I'm very happy that you're a part of it as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very excited because there's a lot going on at that panel. Chris McCaleb is going to moderate it,
Yeah.
and he's a great boy.
Talking
In
about
fact,
how excited we are to be a part of it, the next thing we should talk about is how many parts there are of it.
a lot of moving parts.
Yes, there's so many notable parts to mention in it.
Let's talk about It, the movie It.
For the fourth week in a row.
Yeah. So, Mike, I'm really excited about it because we're going to talk about dynamic banter in front of a crowd.
What is there to talk about when it's a podcast?
Well, I think Chris has a bunch of questions for us.
Oh, shit.
And he's actually going to be like a legit moderator. He's going to moderate the panel and ask us questions.
Like Maude Garrett.
Like Maude Garrett.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. I'm really excited. I'm excited about it. And then we're going to do a little bit of first-time show, and then Torty Cloud. Yeah, we're going to debut Torty Cloud. I'm very excited about that.
I'm very excited.
All right, so do you want to get to this Tic Tac thing?
Yeah, please.
I'm not going to forget how Owen was like really against the idea that there have been trillions of Tic Tacs made.
Well, I have since had a couple conversations that maybe have shaped my
Has it changed your thought of where we're at? Because you agreed with me on trillions, at least.
Yes, but trillions is such an impossibly big number. A trillion is 1,000 billions? Or a trillion, a million trillions?
How many billions is a trillion? 1 million trillions?
So you see where the confusion starts to set in.
What if there was a spaceship on a space show called 1 million trillions?
Quickly aboard the 1 million trillions.
Shields up on the 1 million trillions. Let me find out how many things, what would be the proper way to find out, what's the Google search term here for finding out how many trillions of things are there?
How many billions in a trillion?
We believe that answer is 1,000 times 1 billion equals 1 trillion.
Okay, so
in the American system,
about-
1 billion... Okay, they're showing us the number here. Okay.
I think that there have not been trillions of Tic Tacs made. I think that there have been billions. Or billion. I'm looking for a number.
Well, let me say this. In 2014, the world's first trillionaire was announced. And that's Bill Gates. Bill Gates is the world's first trillionaire.
I don't see how that helps us here.
Because he has trillions of dollars. And do you think he accumulated more dollars than the Tic Tac company has made tiny Tic Tacs since like the 60s? Or when did we find out they were manufacturing Tic Tacs?
Can you just read the email?
Mike, I think it's important that we set this up a little bit.
How much is too much?
Tic Tacs? Tic Tacs were introduced in 1969. We could just use simple math in that respect.
1969.
If we think about when Bill
plus
Gates was
2017.
When was Bill Gates born? 1927. Are you sure?
No. When was Bill Gates born? 1812.
Bill Gates was born in 1812.
Columbus sailed the ocean blue. And if Columbus ate 27 Tic Tacs a day...
Then how many trillions is that? Here we go. I'm typing in, is there a trillion of anything? Is what I typed into.
Well, if there's a trillionaire...
There you go. So if there's a trillionaire, then a trillion can't be that impossible of a number to achieve.
Dollars have been around longer than Tic Tacs have been around.
That's a good point.
And they're more important.
But how long have dollars been counted by the National Treasury of the United States of America, Mike?
I think with every question we ask,
there's more questions.
We get further and further away from the interesting information.
Old Common says, "Hey, Steve boy and Mike boy, I wanted to share this with you. I reached out to the Tic Tac company to find out if it is indeed possible that trillions of Tic Tacs have been made. My thoughts, if one of the plants makes 20 million Tic Tacs in a day, it would only take 50 days for a trillion to be made. What do you think about that, Mike?
Okay.
Anyone doubting this number would have to be insane.
All right.
Love the show, guys. Miss your videos. Joel comment. No one denied that there are trillions of Tic Tacs. That trillions have been made.
Until you prove me otherwise, I'm sticking to it.
But did you hear what this man says? If a plant makes 20 million Tic Tacs a day, it would only take 50 days for a trillion to be made.
Does a plant make that much?
That's one plant.
Does it or not?
But think about it. Okay, so Joel sent an email to them that originally said,
Unfun and pretty things?
settle a debate. Have there been trillions or billions of Tic Tacs made since their inception in 1969? And this is the official response from the Tic Tac Corporation.
Please stop asking us.
Dear Mr. Joel Commons,
Cease and desist.
thank you for reaching out to us regarding our Tic Tac mints. We are pleased to hear that you enjoy the product.
I didn't say it.
First of all,
Bullshit right now.
he didn't say he enjoyed them. He just said, settle this debate, please. We are pleased to hear that you enjoy the product. And by the way, they're saying we are. Does that mean this person went to every single person at the Tic Tac Corporation
Counted
and said,
all the Tic Tacs.
are you guys okay with, are you pleased to hear this man may or may not enjoy our product?
Hey, did you hear accounting department? Did you hear about this email we got from Joel?
While we are unable to share our manufacturing data, we do have some information that may interest you.
Some mint formation?
Tic Tac mints are manufactured in Cork, Ireland, Lithgow, Australia, Brantford, Canada, Quito, Ecuador, and Baramarti, India. Our plant in India produces 20 million Tic Tac mints per day. Thank you again for taking the time to contact us. We hope you continue to enjoy our many fine products. So just one plant produces 20 million Tic Tac mints a day. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Tic Tac plants in the world.
Uh-huh.
Our boy Joel...
Now, where does the Tic Tac plant normally grow?
So, Owen, what do you think about that data?
Well, that's one plant,
That's just one.
but we don't know. That might be the biggest plant.
Yeah, the rest of the plants make 800 Tic Tacs a day.
So it doesn't matter. Our buddy Joel says if one of the plants makes 20 million Tic Tacs in a day, it would only take 50 days for a trillion to be made.
Do you remember at the beginning of the podcast where you were talking about the part in the analytics where people might tune out?
Someone might be interested in this because I think we've finally gotten to the bottom of this thanks to Joel Common, one of our listeners.
Well, if that email came from the company, then that's
Owen's debating the legitimacy
No,
of the
Owen's admitting it's true.
I'll
Yeah.
accept it if it came from the company. But I feel like he might have just, put this thing together to make you guys look correct.
First of all, who would do that?
I don't think anyone would go through any trouble to make sure we're correct in anything. So trillions of Tic Tacs
So
have been
definitely trillions have been made.
made. Great. Congratulations to they have enough money to sponsor us for sure.
What'd
So
you
maybe
say,
that's
Owen?
the next email.
They make $1 trillion every 2 months, so that's like $6 trillion a year.
So what's above a trillion?
Quadrillion.
Quadrillion.
Gadrillion?
Quadrillion.
So do you think a quadrillion Tic Tacs have been made?
The grumpiest old man.
$6 trillion in a year. Well, you have to make 1,000 trillion to make a quadrillion.
So what's above a quadrillion?
Septillions? Shit, I don't know.
Reptilians. The reptilians. This is great, though. I forgot why we even started talking about it, but we have now, because of our buddy listener Joel Common, we now know that the Tic Tac company has definitely made trillions of Tic Tacs. Hey guys, What do you mean? How many of you have ever heard about Squarespace? Raise your hand. Well, for those of you that haven't, have a seat. Squarespace is a beautiful website.
You're not wrong.
What can you do with Squarespace? Someone asked me at the doctor's office where I went to go see my new psychiatrist. Because my other psychiatrist is out of network, and this one's in network and a little cheaper. The deductible is a little cheaper. Squeeze one out for Kaiser Permanente. Well, I'll tell you what you can do with Squarespace. You can create a beautiful website to turn your cool idea into a new website. You can showcase your work, blog, sell products and services of all kinds. You got a little boys working in your house making fun crafts for everyone. Your son make candy, sell that candy on a Squarespace site. You can promote your physical or online business. You got a little shop at the swap meet. You sell your son's shoes. Go ahead and advertise that on a Squarespace. Do you have an upcoming event or special project? Thank you for asking. Mike and I are doing a Comic-Con this weekend. Los Angeles Stan Lee's Comic-Con, Sunday, October 29th at 10:30 a.m. Good time. We could have made a website from Squarespace and made a website about it. They've got beautiful templates created by world-class designers. There's a powerful e-commerce functionality that lets you sell stuff. It's easy to sell your son's clothes. The ability to customize the look and feel, the settings, the products, and more with just a few clicks. And everything's optimized for mobile right out of the box. You can use it on your phone. There's nothing to patch or upgrade. You don't have to install any software. And they got that 24/7 award-winning customer service. We're encouraging folks to make it. Make it yourself. Make it stand out. Squarespace.com, code Banter.
Oh my god, if you're still confused as to how to make a website after that. Holy shit. Thank you, Squarespace.
When you're sad and your friend comes in to make you laugh, that's some morale. When you're sad, very, very sad, very, very sad, and you don't want to be alive. When your friend comes in and tickles you, makes you laugh, that's a morale.